I need a haircut very badly. My hair looks such a mess. But anyway. Good morning, America and any other country watching. Before I even get this video started, I owe you guys an apology. There will not be a New Orleans vlog to upload, unfortunately, because I did go to New Orleans. I know I promised you guys a vlog, but when I was there, we didn't really do much. Like, we had a Christmas dinner and we kind of exchanged gifts, but other than that, like, we didn't go out very much. We just kind of stayed in the house because my sister has like a really young child, and then two like they're not newborns, but they're like not even 2 yet. They're 1 year old each because they're twins. So we didn't really get to do much because like we were in the house taking care of them all day. So there will not be a New Orleans vlog. I am so sorry. We didn't really do much, so I didn't really like film much. And when I was looking back at like footage to edit and stuff, I was just like, it's not enough interesting stuff. They're gonna be bored if I upload this. So, but anyways, on to the actual video. I have a story time for you guys. I know you love those. This story time is going to be about how I failed to get my driver's license time and time again. Now, I know a lot of people do story times for when they get their driver's license, or like failing their driver's license, or like doing a vlog there. But this is a very special story time because I failed my driver's license not 1, not 2, but 3 times before I actually got it. So this is going to be a little 3-in-1 special story time of how I failed my driver's license each of the 3 times. And then I'll tell you about the time that I actually got it, but it's not really interesting. How do I start this off? Okay. The first 2 times I failed it was one day after another, because I did driver's camp, I think, in high school, the summer between freshman and sophomore year. No, the summer between sophomore and junior year. It was like a 2-week summer like program at my school for driving, and I did it with my friend, and they taught us how to drive. And I remember the very first time like I drove in one of the little test cars. It was like my car and 4 other cars lined up, and we just had to drive in a straight line. And I couldn't do it because when I was starting the car, I didn't know you had to like press the brake to switch gears from park to drive. So I was just trying to switch the gears, and it just like stayed there, and all the other cars were like driving in their straight line. Someone had to come over and tell me, "Are you pressing the brake?" And I was like, "No." And he was like, "Well, you have to press the brake to be able to drive." And I was like, "Okay." But then I pressed the brake and I drove my little straight line, and they made us reverse back. That was very stressful to have to reverse in a straight line, but I think I did that too. The first few days I was really doing good. Like, we had to park and I did good, I guess, in my opinion. But like as time went on, the lucky streak just stopped. Like, the beginner's luck just kind of faded out, especially the second week. And like the driving instructors hated me. It was like 2 of them. One of them was really nice and very patient with me, but he got irritated with me after a while. And one of them was like really strict, and he was just like, for me, like one time I was driving and I could not park. I was dragging all the cones, and he was just like, "Just stop." Like in the middle of the course, he was like, "You've done enough, just stop." And then like we always had to drive with someone in the passenger seat, so I had to switch with them during my turn, and then they like drove the car back to like the little home parking station. We had to drive on the road. The first time I ever drove on the road was there, and it was in the rain. It was a mess. But fast forward to the actual driving test. The last 2 days were reserved for driving tests, and everyone took it the first day, and if you failed, then you went the second day and took it again. So the first day was a complete disaster for me. Like, I was like SpongeBob and Mrs. Pearl off of SpongeBob SquarePants, like, okay, Florence! Driving around the parking lot. It was bad. The driving camp, you did the test in the parking lot and they just set up a whole bunch of cones to make it like mimic the real road. We didn't have to go on the real road for the test at the driving camp. So like the cones, they had set up like a stop sign, and they did something that I really, like, looking back, don't appreciate. The 3-point turn they set up with cones, and legally it can be like, okay, let's say legally, because I don't remember what it is, but we're just gonna say legally it can be no smaller than 35 feet or something like that. So they decided to make it 35 feet. They decided to make it as small as it could possibly be instead of making it 36, 37, 40 feet. They decided, since this is as small and narrow as it can be, we're gonna make it that narrow. So, long story short, when I did the 3-point turn, I dragged one of the cones 8 feet. So I would have been all the way in somebody's grass. And that, I failed. The stop sign, I failed because I didn't look both ways for like 5 seconds or something like that. I didn't park right. And I just, like, in my head, I was like, okay, I failed. I was not too devastated because I knew that I was going to be able to retake it. But the next day when I retook it, I failed again. And that time I was really upset because I was like, I'm never gonna get my license. I had to wait like a whole 6 months because, like, in Florida, because I live in Florida, you have to wait like a long time if you fail your test, especially at a driving camp. You have to wait like a long time before you can take it again. So I was like, I'm never gonna get my license, da 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 da. But the second time I did a lot better. They still said that I didn't turn my head like long enough at the stop sign. And then it was a question about like a hill or like what you're supposed to do if you're parked on a hill. And usually, like in any other test, you would just like park on a hill and do it like yourself. But since like I live in Florida and there's no hills around, you just have to answer like some questions about like a scenario about it, and I just didn't remember correctly what to do. So I failed that. I failed the stop sign, and like I just didn't get enough points to get it the second time. Now fast forward however many months later, it's time for me to go to the DMV and take the test there since I wasn't able to get my license at driving camp. Oh, and luckily driving camp was free, so I didn't waste any money on that. But I did the test at the DMV and I failed again. I failed again because we had to do a quick stop. And oh, this is a funny thing. We don't have to parallel park for driving tests here. A lot of people that I know from like different states did, and I was like, what, parallel park? I've never parallel parked in my life, like even now that I have my license. But we had to do a quick stop, and I didn't have to do that at driver's camp. So like I didn't even know what that was because we didn't even learn that. But you have to basically go really fast and then stop like abruptly. And I was scared, so I was like kind of like easing into my stop the way you normally do, and I failed that because like that's not what you're supposed to do. Like you're literally supposed to be like. So I failed that. They said I didn't turn my turn signal on early enough before it was time for me to turn. They was like, you have to do it 30 feet before you get to the intersection. And I'm like, I don't know what 30 feet looks like with my bare eyes. Like, I don't know what else I failed, but basically I did most of the stuff fine, but I just didn't get like the amount of points that you're supposed to get to pass. So the third time I failed, like I literally was so close to crying. Like I was in the car with my dad, like I was just laid in the back seat. And I was like not talking to anyone that whole day because I literally thought in my head like, I'm never gonna get my license. And I don't know how long I had to wait from that time till the next time that I got to do a driver's test. But the next time I did get it, and they had my name on file because like when you fail your test a whole bunch of times, they start to remember you. So they were like, okay, well we remember, like we still have all the things that you did last time. So when we took the test, I didn't have to do like everything. I only had to do basically the stuff that I had failed last time, and they didn't let me know that at the beginning. So when I was driving around and they didn't make me do everything that I did last time, I thought that I had failed a fourth time, because I thought they were like, in their head, they were like, all right, like he failed everything, so there's no point in even like doing the whole test. Like, let's just go back to the DMV and tell him that he failed. But in reality, they had on file all the stuff that I got right, so I just had to do all the stuff that I didn't get right to pass the test. And I guess I did it well enough that I passed the test the fourth time. The fourth time the charm for me. Lucky number 4, just like Beyonce. And now I have my driver's license after 4 tries. I don't even drive like that, like ever, because I'm still scared to drive. And like driving here is like being in NASCAR. Like, it's like a whole obstacle course, just like going to the corner store. So I don't drive like that, but I have my license, so whenever I want to, I can. That is all I have for you guys today. Comment down below any like requests for any other story times that you would like for me to do. I really want my New Year's resolution to be to do more vlogs for you guys. So also comment down some vlog ideas. Like if you want like just a day in the life, week in the life type of vlog, please let me know, because I wasn't able to do the New Orleans vlog, but I do want to do some type of vlog and like post it and everything, because I really don't do vlogs like that and I really want to. So yeah, I hope you have a great rest of your day, night, or whatever time you're watching this, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!
Yeah.